we've got that feelings for it as a club, as supporters, as a fan base. And I said before many times, I feel very privileged that I'd never left kind of Liverpool, the city, and I get to see Evertonians on a daily basis. And for me, I'm fit to relay the messages.
Yeah, Everton's home for me. It always has been. It's where I've transitioned from a young girl to a young woman, and I'll always be thankful to Everton for the role that they've played in my development, obviously as a player, but as a person, as you say.
Here at Goodison Park with both of our club captains. Absolute honour to be joined by Meg Finnigan and Seamus Coleman here with me as well. Seamus, I'm going to come to you first. Captain of the men's side for many years now, and you've been at the club since 2009. It's crazy to think how time's flown, but what does it mean to you to captain this football club?
No, listen, as Meg will tell you, it's a very, proud moment when you're named captain of this football club. But I think for me personally, I've just always kind of wanted to give my best for the football club, and I've done that since I've came here. And the armband is just something someone's decided to put on me, and if they took it off me tomorrow, it wouldn't change the way I am with things. But you do have that responsibility, but I really enjoy it and very honoured and very grateful.
I can't think of better captains for both the teams, to be completely honest. And Meg, you've been here. You've basically grown up at Everton Football Club since you were 9 years of age. And over the last 2 seasons, you've become captain. And I've seen that growth in you over the last. I've been privileged enough to watch you for the last 7 years. I've seen that growth in you as a person, as your performances, and that band now. It just fits you. How does it feel?
Still so proud. From the day that I was named it last year, I think it was, as I said, a surprise for me to have been named it. As Seamus touched on, kind of just getting on with my game and trying to give the best for the badge, and then to have been given, the armband is obviously the ultimate privilege. And every week, when I get to lead the girls out, I still, feel very proud to be able to do that.
Honestly, I remember you telling me when you've got that band, and it's quite emotional because you've grown into a proper adult here, and we're going to be leading the team out here, right here at Goodison Park, very soon. Another Merseyside derby coming up. That must just hit different. Z-Cars here in a derby, but we want to beat them this time. I know we've had 2 draws in the last ones at Goodison. We beat them at their place. How amazing would it be to go out with the grand old lady with a win over our rivals?
Yeah, I think over the last few years we've been pretty successful in the derbies. We've played well, and when we go to their place, we obviously have been able to get the win, but not yet at Goodison. So I think that would be the ultimate send off, and I think for our season in general, it would just be really important for us to get one over them.
There's nothing better, is there, Seamus? And it's something completely different. And you were at Anfield when we won and had a great game, but there was no fans there that day. It's typical, that, innit?
Listen, we've been waiting for the Anfield one for a while, and it came unfortunately with no fans there. But listen, this time the game here with Goodison last year was massive for many reasons, because of where we were in the league at the time, and of course it's against our rivals. But I think more important at that stage, it was where we were in the league at the time. It was so important, and I think that week in general kind of pushed us over the line in the right direction. But yeah, the atmosphere was amazing, and nothing like Goodison when you win in the derby for sure. And I'm sure the guys will be giving it their best shot as well.
100%. And you've scored in a few, Meg. I remember the 3-0 there 2 seasons ago, which was fantastic. Under the lights, Anfield just turned them over. You scored in front of the Cop End, which was great. And then the next one, we won 1-0. Your head again, coming through with the goods. And so you scored in both ends at Anfield and kept clean sheets there, like every time we've played. I think we've played there 3 times. 3 clean sheets, 2 1-0 wins and a 3-0 win. What's it like scoring against them?
Yeah, it's nice. Not going to lie, it's just each year I only scored at the end that the fans weren't. It's the first year it was obviously at the Cop End, so our away end was down the other side, and then I eventually scored at the away end, but our fans were in the Cop last year, so it was a bit mad. Didn't like that, to be honest. It was a bit strange, but look, there's no better feeling, but I'm yet to do it at Goodison. I should have scored here last year and I didn't, so I'll give it my best shot this year.
How do you manage to kind of galvanise everybody and keep everyone pulling in the same direction and fighting for everything and keep that kind of calmness, I guess, but still that fighting spirit in amongst the chaotic times?
Yeah, listen, it's tough, because, it has been, the last 3 years have been really, really tough, and it's been tough times for sure for everyone involved in the football club, inside Finch Farm, and, supporters here, supporters on the street. It's been a very tough time for everyone, but we've got that fight for it as a club, as supporters, as a fan base. And I said before many times, I feel very privileged that I'd never left kind of Liverpool, the city, and I get to see Evertonians on a daily basis. And for me, I'm fit to relay the messages from them to the lads, and it's just about getting your timing right. When's the right time to get emotional with the lads? When is the right time to maybe be a bit harder with the lads, or when's the right time to say nothing? So you just got to time it right, and thankfully we got a great bunch of lads in there that'll keep fighting till the very end, and we don't want to keep fighting. We want to start looking off the table, and then that's where we've got to be aiming for as this club moves forward.
100%, and the same to you, Meg, because equally, as James just said, the last 3 years have been tough, and you as captain, and both of you being here for so long, people look to you, whether that's staff, the players, fans, look to you to kind of be that light and that guidance through those turbulent times. But you navigate it perfectly. But how's that been for you?
I wouldn't say perfect, but I obviously, try my best. I think James touched on it. It's about getting the timing right of things, and he's obviously way more experienced than me. I'm still trying to find my feet in this role, and there's times that, you don't get it right, but just always trying to, do the best thing for the team. And we've also got a really good group of girls. We know the situation that we're in, and it's just about sticking together. And I think over the past couple of seasons for us, that is what has got us through, is the togetherness and the unity of the group.
There's nothing quite like Everton spirit, and I don't know how to even put into words for people that are outside that bubble, but we just eat, sleep, live, breathe Everton Football Club. And how would you sum up Everton, if you could, what it means to you in a few words? That's a big ask, I know.
I've got two things going on in my life, and it's family and Everton, and in that order. Listen, family always come first, and then after that it's Everton Football Club, and that's all I've got. And to put it into words, it's it's very difficult to put into words, but it means so much to me, this football club. And very lucky to have played a part in this football club. And I think when I finish and look back, maybe I'll be fit to put it into words, but now, it's very difficult to kind of find the right words of whatever it means to me. But it's my whole life, really.
And the same to you, Meg. You've been brought up in this place, raised here, and now you wear that band every week. How do you sum that up, what it means? Yeah,
I mean, similarly for me, it's hard, but Everton's home for me. It always has been. It's where I've transitioned from a young girl to a young woman, and I'll always be thankful to Everton for the role that they've played in my development, obviously as a player, but as a person, as you say. And for me, it's just like the little moments of going into Finch every day and seeing Murray on reception and going up to the canteen, and as you say, it's much more than just us. It's a wider community, and it means so much to all Evertonians, and to me, I really, feel that as well.
You're both adored by Evertonians as well. It's safe to say that, could do no wrong in Everton fans' eyes. And how much difference it would make having a packed out stadium here. Seamus, you see it and feel it as well, playing at Goodison so often. When this place is behind you and it's full, it makes a massive difference, doesn't it? It spurs you on that bit more.
Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, I've witnessed it over the years that when it all comes together, listen, don't get me wrong, I think the fans come here to be entertained as well, and they want to see something from us to begin with, whether it's a tackle, a goal, whatever, to get the place going. But when the two come together on a match day, the players and the fans, there's nowhere like it, and it definitely gives you that extra 5-10% to get the big results against the big teams at times, and we've seen it many times over the years,
And you've got daughters yourself as well. I see them here at Goodison, seeing you at the end of the game, and it's great for them to have role model like Meg to look up to as well, isn't it? And seeing Everton women playing here at Goodison Park, it shows them they can go on to if they wanted to come and follow in your footsteps, follow in Meg's footsteps, and have that role model.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, we're talking about it more and more, but there is more and more role models now for young girls. And maybe, back in the day, young girls had to watch, the men's football on the TV and use them as role models or whatever. But now there's, so many high profile women's players all across Europe. And listen, I'm very fond of our women's team, and we spoke a few times, Megan, about, when they were going through tough times, just chipping in and trying to help. And, you're always keeping an eye out for the results and stuff. So the support of our fans towards the women's team, in these next 2 home games will be massive because, like us in the league, you're probably looking for a couple of results now, and the support of the Evertonians can always give you that extra %. So hopefully everyone will come down and support them, young girls, young boys, all sorts to, it's Everton Football Club at the end of the day as well.